Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our Football Manager 2018 playthrough with me, your host, Luckymarine, with Mechelen, and we're playing Anderlecht. Yes. Which is going to be interesting, because Anderlecht are quite a strong team. As you can tell by the, they had a crap season, last season, really. But as you can tell by the value of their squad, they are not going to be a pushover, and they also have, what was this? Analysed by a club, yeah. Maximiliano Romero, complete forward from Vélez, who I don't quite know how they've picked this guy up, but they have, and I don't think, I can't believe they picked him up for 3.8 million. What's your contract? I have to know what's your contract? Loyalty bonus, 16,000, yeah. Loyalty bonus of almost $1 million. Minimum favourite release calls for foreign clubs, 21 million. That'll probably get activated actually. And after 5 international caps, his wage is going to bump up to 20,000. Yeah, even if we'd have had the 3 point something million needed to bring him in, we just wouldn't have been able to afford that kind of wages. My word. I don't know. But 21 million. 21 million for, well, for a foreign club looking at Maximiliano Romero. 21 million, you get a 19-year-old who's this developed already. Yeah, give it a season. This will have bumped up to 15, and that 21 million won't seem like such a bad investment. I can imagine he might not get a work permit for some of the clubs, maybe some of the British clubs. However, if he stays in Belgium for 3 seasons, I'm fairly certain that he gets Belgian nationality, or he can apply for Belgian nationality, and then beyond that, the world is his oyster. I don't know where that came from, because oysters are squidgy and look like mucus. But yeah, lots of money to be made by bringing in young Brazilians to the Belgian league, having them stay there for 3 years to get work permits, and then selling them on. Might be what we have to do long term instead of our Americans. Although we have been scraping the barrel, we can't afford to bring to speculate, so we're having to just accumulate the youngsters on a free. Anyway, onwards. Let's put Jules in for Elias. Let's also swap out Patrick for Busquets. And I think with this, yeah, we'll go Drazic. I was going to put Galan on. However, Drazic just has a better rating. Jules has a decent rating as well. How many games have you played to justify that though? Just 2 appearances. Whereas Drazic, over 4 appearances, has retained above a 7. Even though I would say Galan is the better out-and-out striker, for some reason Drazic is playing out of his skin. So we'll have him as a link-up player between Gustavo and Mavidi. Play Mavidi in the poacher role, even though he's not. He's better suited to target man. I reckon with his speed and his physicals, if we could get him advance forward, maybe. Right. Put you on advance forward instead. On this screen. We'll start, instead of playing just with a poacher, target man onto poacher, we'll go target man onto advanced forward. Got high hopes for Mavidi. I reckon he's going to come really good for us. He's lacking in in certain places. His vision's poo, as is his positioning. But if he manages somehow, the blind individual, if he manages somehow to get on the end of a ball, then he can run with it fairly well, and he can usually slot it in. But we'll go with that. Yes, let's proceed with this match. Anderlecht, and they're purple. Odd that they wear in purple. You don't get many teams that wear purple, because the purple was for a long time extremely expensive. It's only when they found, I don't know exactly when it was, but it wasn't very long ago. It was only when they found a way of producing purple that didn't involve, I think they used beetles to make the purple colour. And obviously you had to breed the beetles and feed them, and they obviously kill them and extract the purple, and it was a long and laborious process, and therefore cost money. It's only until they found an artificial way of producing purple that purple became more affordable. So that it's the same reason why you don't get purple on, you don't get much purple. There's always an exception to the rule. Why you don't get much purple on national flags, especially national flags that were around before a certain date, just because a country couldn't afford to produce X amount of hundreds or maybe thousands of flags that, come on VD, that had this mega expensive colour to them. The colour of the old Roman emperors, of course. I think the Roman Empire even placed a ban on anyone else wearing the colour purple. Was that the Roman Empire? It might be getting my countries mixed up there. But there were certain purples. There were certain countries that placed bans on commoners wearing, or just anyone wearing purple, and it was just the rich, no, the nobility could wear it. Anyway, onwards. That's a weird fact for the day. Carrera, another Argentine youth that has been brought into Anderlecht. They are building a, I don't know how, because they didn't get into Europe last year, so I can't imagine their finances are in great shape. But that was almost brilliant, but not quite. Kara, the Senegalese fullback, who I used to pick up from Norwegian outfit Tromsø, I believe. Tromsø? Been there in real life. The Marines do the guarding of the northern flank. So every year, as long as we're not on operations, we go out to Norway and we do Arctic training from about January through to March, something like that. And yeah, Tromsø is a really nice place, actually. Yeah, I mean, we spend the majority of our time a little bit further up north, places like Alta, Hammerfest, around there. Norwegians have got a military base at Porsangermoen, and yeah, really good. I remember finishing what were we doing? Well, the CEO of the camp had run into a caribou, and with his Land Rover, and wow, well done, Gustavo. However, I'm in the middle of my story. Do you mind? And the entirety of the front of this Land Rover was just crushed in. We had to order loads. We had to rebuild the whole front of this Land Rover. Anyway, we got done late, and the Norwegians that we were doing this with said, "Do we fancy going skiing?" Because there was this this outdoor skiing slope thing that was open all night. So went out there, took the snowboards, and yeah, was snowboarding with the Northern Lights above us. It was a mega uber surreal moment. One of those moments that I'll remember for the rest of my life. Pretty cool. Anyway, less of my shit dits, and we'll get into talking about this match. There's Romero picking up in a wide position. Thankfully, Patrick is like, I don't care how much you came for, I don't care your reputation, I'm just gonna fuck you up. And so he does. Well done, Patrick. Well done. And yeah, that bounces off the back of Appiah. See, that's mega. That's like Sunday League football. Well, it was going wide from Panna, but at least he bought something from it. Tomkak, do not throw this away to the opposition, not in this position. Oh my word, it's a good job that Romero's got his boots on back to front. That's alright, that's good. Retain a little bit of possession. Kind of. Anyway, Patrick picks it up. Angelino. To Vitas. To Ritz. To Panna. To Gustav. To Mavidi. And Kara's in the way. Damn it. Damn it, Kara. Damn it, Romero. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't do enough with that ball. We had it in our possession and it should have been not lumped so far forward, I don't think. Not against a team like Anderlecht. Not a team like Anderlecht who have this many people in the defensive third. Yeah, get it out to like Tomczak and Angelino. Let's try whipping in some balls. We should exploit the flanks. Should do that. Instead of going straight through the middle, trying to brute force our way through this, let's exploit the flanks. Try to get some whipped crosses in, and our strikers on the end of it. Alright, Luis Eduardo picks up that through ball to Tomkak, who has space to run, but elects not to. Tomkak, what are you doing? You're meant to be a complete wing back. You're meant to be running up this line. You are a complete wing back on attack, aren't you? Yeah. So what are you doing? Don't know. Anyway, Drazic with the ball. Has the strength to hold it up. Good. Angelino just ahead of Drazic, who's stayed on side, who does have a left foot. Should have probably beaten his man, got to the byline and tried to cut that in for the two lads that were in the box. Oh well. And that's out for a corner. Can we get to half time without conceding another? Maybe. Comes into Kara. That sounded really bad. And Carrera out to Florent. To Saar. Do we mess him up? No. Not quite injured. Why were you not running onto that? Why were you both not running onto that? I mean, I can almost accept that from Mavidi because he's blind. He's got the vision of a rhino, maybe? Rhinos have bad vision. But they have quite a good sense, like a keen hearing, don't they? I don't know if Mavidi has good hearing. I don't know. That might be. Oh, got another chance. Well, I didn't see if it was on target. I didn't see whether it counted as a shot. Good, offside. So that should be it, pretty much. What analysis? What are you trying to tell me? Tomczak has made a lot of mistakes. Needs to finish our chances. Work ball into box. What is this? What is this meant to be? I've sorted out this analysis for you. Here you go. It's just a load of blobs on a map. Let's go with... let's try give them a morale boost. Just for the second half. We are trying to exploit the flanks. Just to try get around this lump in the middle. Although, since we went to exploit... well done. Since we went to exploit flanks, I've not seen a dangerous highlight from us. Maybe we have to exploit the flanks by not exploiting the flanks. Maybe it's like when we initially changed to this tactic, and it was less was most certainly more. Where if we gave our players instructions, they got really confused. Maybe less confusion would be best. I don't know. Anyway, Gooseman picks that up. We are getting hemmed in a little bit. Oh my word. Are you shitting me? That was far, far too easy. Was no one picking up Romero? Why is it you suddenly exploiting the flanks? Oh my word. Anyway, Panna's on the ball. Are you gonna... oh no, you offside? Seriously? I wonder if he blocked that from going in. Oh, I'd be so mad. Yep, I know Romero's pulling strings. I kind of identified that. Oh wow. Well done, Gustavo. I don't think I've ever seen a direct free kick go in. Now I have. Don't know how many hours I've been playing Football Manager 2018. Probably about 80. And not seeing a direct free kick going. Well done. Maybe we just didn't have the people with the skills to get it in. I suppose if you're in a better team. I don't know. Anyway, back on level terms. Tomchak just lumps it into the middle. Drazik picks it up and has the strength to shield it. That's see, why are you jogging after the ball and this guy was sprinting? They've got like two ways of running. There's this way, which is a jog, and then they've got the sprint. How do they elect which one to pull out of the bag, which one to actually use? Because had Mavidi sprinted for that, then he might have got there first. Maybe. Anyway, let's swap out Drazik now. I'm going to go for Mavidi and Galan. Galan can go on a poacher roll because that's his shit. Lucas for... even though Angelino's got a good rating, we need fresh legs in there. And I think I'm going to put on Soto for Panna. Panna's been alright. In fact, I'm going to bring him on for Ritz. Yeah, we'll put him there. Well, that was interesting. I mean, it was wide, but alright. That hits the wall and it's away. Can we close him down? He's the giant. Who's you? Who are you next to that? Who's number 33? How small are you? Soto. Yeah, Soto must be tiny. Again, who are you? Sa. I have to go find out how big Sa is. About 190 centimeters. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Soto might be just be really, really small. So look. Yeah, Soto's tiny. Diminutive would be wouldn't be enough. The homunculus would be better. Can we now go on and get something from this? After being ahead and then falling behind. Well done, Soto. He might be tiny, but there's fighting him. I like it. Lucas with the throw up the line to Mavidi, to Banner, to nobody in particular. Well done. And we should be able to pick that up fairly easily. So Eduardo back to the Goose Master, who lumps it forward to nobody. And it just comes back at us. And you're offside. You have to have been offside. Were you not offside there? Fairly certain he was offside. Guzman to Luis Eduardo, to Vitas. Back to Guzman. Out to Lucas. Long ball forward to Mavidi, who is offside. Only just. Had to have been only just. That clearance was going to Tomkak, I think. Anyway, long ball forward. How can you be offside from a set piece? How do you not know how this works now? You've been a footballer for how long? It's your job. How do you not know this? Anyway, Guzman tips that over. We've got 7 minutes to try find something. No, stop. I did turn all these notifications off. Fucking Windows. It's just the needy bitch that Windows is. It just, please pay attention to me. No, fuck off. Anyway, you can take shots like that all day. Well, this is ping pong. Nope. Soto managed to get it out and... Chip offside? No. Wow, nearly. That was nearly a carbon copy of what happened before. Romero knows what to do. Get yourself to the front post and get a foot on it. Tom Lucas has picked up a first yellow card of the season. It's not bad to say we're a few months into it. And he's a defender. 1 minute. Would I be happy with a 1-0? Would I be happy with a draw with Anderlecht? Considering the firepower that they have, yes. Yes, most certainly. Had it been a home game, then I'd probably want a little bit more out of it. I don't know, it just depends how games go on. Wow. Yeah, it just depends how games unfold, I suppose, but... Out to Lucas. Lucas, first time in field. It didn't need to be first time in field. You're a complete wing back. What are you doing? Oh my word. Wow, well done. Well done, Vitas. But Lucas, why are you immediately trying to lump that forward? You're a complete wing back. Control it. You had space to run into. Just get it up the line. Get running. And then you get closed down, then lump it forward. Well, in terms of stats, they deserved to win that. I'd already identified Romero as a threat, and he proved to be just that. Thankfully, Gustavo was up to snuff. Yeah. I wonder how much it would be to bring Evander back to the club. Not permanently, just as a loan. Let's go with just unlucky. Yeah, I don't care, Mavidi. Yeah. Let's have a little look. Don't track how long for 4 to 8 days. Be out with the physio, and you're gonna miss the Olympic Lyonnais match, but it's okay because we've already crashed out of the Champions League. All right, Evander. Still in the reserves. I don't know why Evander has been relegated to reserves. Evander's worth 5.5 million, and yet why is he not? Why have you not put him in the normal squad? Make an inquiry first. They want 5.5 million. Oh, we can't loan him, can we? In fact, no. I'll tell you what, if we get taken over, as we are in the process of war takeover, and we get about £5 million, I reckon we go in for Evander. He likes the club. The players like him. He's great in the position that he's in. There's still more development to come from him. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is where we leave it. What's the social feed? Is that really a name? Yupen Sack a condom. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. What's this? Not for sale. Might be the best time to sell him. He's had some brilliant spells and we've got nobody who can do what he does. It'd be a joy to see Evander back at a club. It would be. I would be delighted to see his weird little face back at the club. Maybe. Hopefully soon. Best transfer news I've heard in a long time. Yeah, pains me to say, but there's a reason they said it'd never go back. What? But he was never here properly. He was only here on loan. And he had to go back because the loan expired. Anyway, I believe, as always, you lot have been amazing. A draw against Anderlecht takes us to second. Alright, yeah. Second, Anderlecht are even on points with us. I reckon it'll be us and Anderlecht fighting out for the top spot this year round. Anderlecht have sorted their life out. I wonder if they've had a manager change, because last time around they were absolutely dire for a lot of the season. They even fell out of contention for the second phase. Second stage in the season they had to fight it out for a European Cup spot instead of Champions League spot, which was really good for us because it meant that we didn't have to play them. Anyway, yeah, next game will be Olympique Lyonnais, where I'm probably going to play the youth team, or quite a lot of our youth. Doesn't matter if we lose 5-0, 10-0, 18-0. It's going to be a game for development. Almost a reserve game is how I'm going to approach it. Anyone who needs fitness will go in. We'll have Valkyrie put in there instead of Gooseman. We'll have Jules put in there instead of Angelino. And we'll properly rotate the squad. Get some people who haven't had many minutes. You three are unregistered, so I can't use you. Jules, Elias, you might be injured. Yeah, you're going to be injured. Valkyrie, we'll have Rossi play the entire game if we can. Masudi will get a game. Soto will get a full game. Again, Lucas. Busquets is going to get a full game. Schuf's full game, yeah. And we'll probably pick up some of these guys. And maybe some of these guys. Just to have a little play. Anyway, until next time, do take care.